to you for today's video with a full Minior team. Firstly, I want to say Merry Christmas to everyone that is watching this video. I hope you have a nice, relaxing time. Whatever day it is, for me, it actually is Christmas Day right now. So, 7 years ago, I did a Minior team. It's been such a long time since this Pokemon has been used in the game. So, I'm going to be doing exactly the same team as I did 7 years ago, but I got some different movesets here, all the way on Scarlet and Violet. Let's do it, people. First battle, I'm not sure what my opponent's trainer name is. Maybe someone could translate there. I think that might be Korean. So we got a Groudon lead, and I've got my red Minior. So I just called them all the Minior colors. So this is a Pip Night special, a true Pip Night special. We got Explosion and Substitute, and we've also got a normal gem as the item, so I can get some more power out of that. Sandstorm and Shell Smash. Now, it has got the EV spread, max attack and max speed Adam and Nature. Now, Minior has the ability Shields down. What that means is when it's swapped in, it actually gets a little shield around it, right? And then, obviously, it changes into its core mode, like its color mode, at half health or less. It also is immune to status, which is pretty cool. And its stats are more on the bulkier side when it's in its core mode, and they're more offensive when it goes into, out of the shields down. So I managed to get a explosion off here against the Groudon. I've got that normal gem activation, and that one is going to go boom, and that is the end of Minior and Groudon. If you are hyped for the return of the Minior team and you love the videos, people want to support the channel, make sure you hit that like button and tell me what Minior do you like the best. Now, next Pokemon is going to be Eternatus. Also, I thought this would be a great team for Christmas because Minior are like all the little Christmas lights and stuff like that. If you want to check out the original Minior video too, I will leave that link in the description of this video so you can go back and have a little nostalgic run. If anyone does go back and watch it, leave a comment. I'll give you a little heart thing. So we got this Minior setting up Stealth Rocks here. Now, since there's a lot of different Minior cores, there's more than 6 of them, I decided to do 2 different teams. So I sort of interchanged a couple of different colors with each other. This one is a self-destruct set. Unfortunately, Eternatus is kind of thick with 3 Cs, and it's going to be able to live that one. So that is the end of my my blue Minior. That one was a self-destruct. Sorry, Stealth Rock, self-destruct. Man, imagine having self-destruct twice. Imagine having it twice. And then Rock Slide and Bulldoze. I've done it again, people. So, the EVs were Max Attack and Max Speed, Silk Scarf as the item, and Terra type normal. So we're going to go into the green Minior now. It's going to use the Dynamax Cannon. I lived that one pretty well. This one is a special set. So I've got an Assault Vest, which is my item. We've got Scorching Sands, Dazzling Gleam, Charge Beam, and Ancient Power. Unfortunately, this Eternatus was like a mix set, and it took me out with an Outrage. So that sort of sucked because I was going to go for another attacking move and finish it off. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into the yellow core here. We got that Shields down. This is a physical gravity set. Eternatus does not understand the gravity of the situation. So Outrage is going to hit me really, really hard. They've got that Confusion. However, they're holding a Lumberry, so they're going to be able to heal off that Confusion. So that's pretty cool. They had this mix set all worked out. So I'm going to go for the Zen Headbutt. That is enough to take out the Eternatus. Now, this is Max Attack and Max Speed, Jolly Nature, Stone Miss, Gravity, Zen Miss, and Giga Miss. We've got the item as Twisted Spoon, and we're going to get those massive damage with Zen Headbutt and some flinches. So that's the end of Eternatus. Now we've got Miraidon. This Pokemon is a clean counter for my entire team. Minior being a rock and flying type. So here comes an Electro Drift. I totally never saw that one coming, and that is going to be the end of the 4th Minior. So Minior Yellow is down. I'm pretty sure I got the colors right. Next Pokemon is going to be the Indigo Minior, and we're going to do a little transform. Now, this one is a Shell Smash, Rock Blast, Earthquake, and Terra Blast Grass set. Max Attack and Max Speed, Jolly Nature, Loaded Dice as the item too. Now, I wanted to only give maybe a couple of these Shell Smash because it is a fairly potent sweeper. Most of the time you'll get a decent chance to be able to use it. So we're going to go for a Terra Grass here. I pretty much had to do that because Miraidon's super effective move. And here comes the Electro Drift. I know it's going to at least do over half my health, and it did. The great thing was I managed to get the Shell Smash off here, and Shields Down's going to activate, putting me in my more offensive form. So my stats will be a lot higher, so I can try and sweep it. So we got that attack boost, and we got that special attack boost, which is going to be very, very handy. Now, I've got Earthquake on this set, and I'm absolutely going to need to use that against Miraidon. So I've got some flowers floating above my head here. All the Miniors have their little hats floating above the head. And Earthquake is going to be more than enough to take out Miraidon, which is excellent. So that's half the team gone now. I got to try and clutch back into this. Next Pokemon is going to be Moltres. Scarlet's going to take a little bit of Stealth Rocks damage. I've got Rock Blast, and it's going to go down to 2 little Pebbles. So that is the end of Moltres. No worries about that at all. So we've got 2 Pokemon left. Can we get this sweep? Next Pokemon is going to be Zapdos. Now, Zapdos is going to get hit by a Rock Blast here. Now, this Zapdos was actually a interesting set. It was actually a bulky Key Berry set. I thought they may have a Citrus Berry there, but they didn't. So I don't know what they were doing with Ganlon Berry in that bulky set. I'm kind of interested, but since I've got loaded dice, I'm going to land 4 hits on them. So that is the end of the Zapdos. That's got 4 hits there too. Now, the electricity is going to disappear from the field. The last Pokemon they've got on their team is going to be Kyogre. So I was really worried about Kyogre and Miraidon in the team preview. So they haven't Terra'd yet. I know they're going to Terra. I'm just kind of curious what they're going to Terra into. I mean, possibly they could go into water because that's going to be enough to fake me and the last Minion. So they've gone for the Terra-type water on Kyogre. I'd say they're just going to go for Origin Pulse here. I'm going to be able to outspeed because I got that Shell Smash up. I don't, obviously it's not Choice Scarf. I might have been able to outspeed Choice Scarf anyway. And Terra Blast Grass is going to hit Kyogre in the you-know-where. And that is the end of the very first battle, people. We did a reverse sweep on the little Timmy team. I hope you enjoyed that one. Thank you, the battle, whoever that was. That's definitely a Korean name for sure. I'm not sure. Does anyone, can anyone translate that one for me? I'd love to know. Let's get on to battle number 2. This is the battle against Pomfy? I don't really know how to say this. So we've got we've got a very, very cool evolution here. So this is, I reckon this is probably, I reckon Dragapple's probably my favorite Pokemon that was introduced in the DLC too. So I've got my Violet set here. This is a Meteor Beam, Confuse Ray, Reflect, and Light Screen set. Oh, I've got to bring that up. That's on my other Minior list because there's actually a total of 8 of these. So I've got max special attack and max speed, modest nature. Light Clay is going to be my item, and I'm going to try and get I'm trying to get those screens up and then go for Meteor Beam. Unfortunately, I got critted here. Even with the screen up, so it did like a lot of damage and it put me into my more effective form. So I'm going to be going for the Meteor Beam there. And Meteor Beam's got some very nice base power too, like 120 base power. Rock is nice. Here comes another Syrup Bomb, and I do manage to live that just due to the screens, I guess. So we're going to be firing off the Meteor Beam here. I know this thing is going to live. It's very, very bulky, and it can finish me off with another Syrup Bomb. That one changes color too. On the shinies, like Dipplin, like that one's like red, and then the shiny's like golden. So we got the shiny one coming in here. This is probably I have to say, this is probably my favorite Minior, or I like I think I want to say I also like the Indigo one. Like, I like that the best. Probably the shiny and the Indigo. What's your favorite Minior color? So anyway, this is a Shell Smash set, but it's a different one. It's a mix set, and this caught a lot of people off guard. So we've got Shell Smash, Meteor Beam, Acrobatics, and Earth Power. My item is going to be Power Herb. And the EVs are Max Attack and Max Special Attack, Naive Nature. So unfortunately, my Meteor Beam misses there. And we've got to swap out. Obviously, they want to get that Regenerator boost. And in comes Tinkaton. Now, this is pretty funny. So I went for the Meteor Beam here. I'm going to get that Special Attack boost. And it turns out that the opposing Tinkaton had a very, very scary item. If I went for like, let's say, for example, I went for another Shell Smash instead. It had Mirror Herb, so it actually copied my Special Attack boost. So that was pretty, that would have been intense if I went for Shell Smash. So I'm going to go for the Earth Power. That's going to be enough to take it out. So they're probably thinking I'm a fully special set, which is fine. So out comes Drag Apple again. I can go for the acrobatics now because I've got no item, so it's going to be double base power. So I reckon that one probably took them by surprise there. So that's 2 Pokemon down. We're going to try and get a sweep here. Next Pokemon's going to be Typhlosion. Now, Typhlosion's going to get hit by an Earth Power. However, we have got a Focus Sash. So it actually turned out to not be a Typhlosion. It was a Zoroark Hisuian in disguise. So it's going to be going for its Bitter Malice here, and that does a little bit of damage, but it's funny because it doesn't put me into my shields, like doesn't get rid of my shields down, which sort of sucks. So I'm going to go for acrobatics and finish it off. At this point, I'm in more of my defensive form, so I'm not hitting as hard, right? So next Pokemon is going to be Espartha. Now, it's like they're definitely going to go for Protect here to try and get this speed boost, little stored power strategy going. We're gonna go for a Shell Smash here and counter that play. So now I've got 2 Shell Smashes up, and I'm gonna be hitting very, very hard. I've also got Terra Flying on this too, so I can do some extra damage and on acrobatics. That's sort of like low-key my most powerful move, right? This, Meteor Beam's cool and stuff, but mostly Minior works great as a physical attacker. I will do a Minior moveset guide too in the near future. I know a few people have been asking for that. So we've got that Minior. It's, wait, the balloons aren't even attached to it. The balloons are going to fly away. It's like when you got those helium balloons, right? You know how you put them in your mouth and you speak like Mickey Mouse and then they fly away. So that's the end of the Espartha. It got hit by a big old acrobatics. Next Pokemon's going to be, I nearly said Gallade there. We got an Iron Valiant. Now, you watch this. You wouldn't read about it. It's going to get a boost of energy. It got a speed boost. And then it outsped me after 2 Shell Smashes. So, unfortunately, that's going to be the end of Minior. They were pretty lucky, though, that I didn't get put into my... the shields down didn't go, because that would have easily been a Minior sweep there. So we're very, very close. Now we're going to go into blue Minior. Now this blue one, I think this is the self-destruct one, if I can remember my own moveset. Yeah, this is the self-destruct one. So I can go for Boom here. Here comes Knockoff. That's going to get rid of my Silk Scarf, which, you know, will make a difference. And also, once again, they luckily didn't put me in my more offensive form. So that would actually, I want to say that self-destruct would have probably phased them if that did happen. So suddenly half my team's gone. Something has to happen here. So we're going to go into the orange Minior. The orange Minior. Oh, this is a true Pit Night special. This is why I got Defense Curl and Rollout. Like, watch this. So what you do, right, is you go for a Defense Curl first, and that'll initially give them the next turn a Rollout more damage. But I was thinking, look, I don't know. I'm not sure if they've got Sword Dance or set up me, and it turned out to use Sword Dance. Like, uh-oh, this is very bad. So they're going to be able to set up against me freely. So here comes a Spirit Break. Orange lives on 2 health. You wouldn't read about it. So I've got that. I got that nice boost. Here comes another Rollout. They lived that one pretty well. Now watch this, right? I got my shields down here. I'm faster, but I'm not going to be able to outspeed Iron Valiant. Iron Valiant goes for another Sword Dance. They either expected me to miss or thought they'd live this next attack, but either way, that was a big, big boo-boo. That is the end of Iron Valiant, man. They got super greedy with those Sword Dances. Next Pokemon's going to be Typhlosion, and Rollout takes it out of one shot, and that is the end of the second battle. But man, that mixed Minior really, really did a number on their team there. Like, as I said, if I got put into my actual offensive form, that would have been a sweep, easy peasy. Next battle, this one is against Chris. And we've got a Mankey lead here. I think we might have a theme team here by the looks of it. So we got a Shields down activating, of course. Now, I got a question for you all. This is a good old question. How many times did Shields down activate in this video? I know the exact answer. I want to see if someone can get it. Let me know in the comment section of the video. So what I'm going to do, I smell a rat. I do. I definitely smell a rat. So it's going to go for Final Gambit and set. I thought it might be like a Focus Sash set. So that is going to be the end of Mankey. I just lived due to my health there. Like, Mankey doesn't have a lot of base health. So I managed to get a substitute up here, which is really cool. And Shields down is going to activate too. So I can potentially go for a Explosion and Normal Gem, which, you know, is going to be hitting pretty hard. Now, the next Pokemon is going to be Krogan. Toxic Rogue, sorry, getting my frogs mixed up. So I'm going to go for the explosion there. It's the smallest explosion in the world. It's tiny. And we're going to get some big old damage here. Now, if this has got a scumbag focus sash, I've got him with the sandstorm, right? That's the strat. So we've got that normal gem, and that's the... Oh, Vegeta died again. How many times has Vegeta died? I think it's been a lot of times. Who's died more, Vegeta or... is it Krillin? Or Yamcha. Next Pokemon here, we're going to bring in the yellow Minior. And we've got the Lilligant Hisuian here. So Lilligant Hisuian is here now. It's going to go for Victory Dance. This is a very, very scary sweeping move. So I have to do something. Something has to happen here. I've got to produce something. So we're going to be going for an attacking move here. And that's going to be Zen Headbutt. It doesn't do that much damage though after its boosting move. I took about half its health after the sand. So it's going to go for an axe kick. And yeah, my yellow got axed there. He got cut in half by that big old foot. I was actually going to go for gravity, but I didn't want to because that'd be very bad making axe kick 100%. So we're going to go into the green Minior. Now, the green Minior was the fairy one. And really, I'll be honest, if I didn't have a Terra Fairy in this, I think I would have lost because all the other Minior would have got one-shotted by axe kick. And I'm going to have to assume they probably had Hustle as the ability to do. So we're going to go for Terra Fairy to resist that axe kick. Here it comes. Look how much it did still. That still did like an enormous amount of damage. So I'm going to go for the Dazzling Gleam. That's going to be hopefully enough to take it out. And a bye-bye Lilligant, which is good. Now, I'm going to also get put in the more offensive form. So Shield Down is going to activate. I'm curious here. If you can cast your mind back to Sun and Moon, right? When you sent out Minior, did it have that animation, you know, when you sent it out and you seen its color, and then did it turn into its little shields down, or did it simply come out and it shields down and then it activated when you lost half health? I'm curious about that because I can't remember whether it did that or not. Anyway, so we got the Hariyama going for a fake out. It claps me with them big orange hands, but it wasn't enough. We're going to go for a Dazzling Gleam, and that is the end of Goku. Man, I wonder if I'm sure you can guess what this team is here. So that's 4 Pokemon down. Things are, they're going swimmingly. Oh, here's Piccolo. That's not bad. We're going to go for a Dazzling Gleam here. It is super effective. I'm thinking this should take it out, and it lived. I was like, okay, fair enough. Maybe it's base special defense saved it. So it's going to take me out with a Psycho Cut. That is the end of the Minior Green. Now, the next Minior to swap in here. Oh, wait a second. We got some... it's leftovers. So it must be some sort of, like, crazy, bulky Gallade set. So we're going to go into the Orange Minior. Now, Orange Minior, as you know, is the defense and rollout set. It's going to have Aqua Cutter. Holy smokes, that did a lot of damage. So I'm going to go for the rollout here. This actually sort of reminds me of the Iron Valley. This is like Deja Vu. Remember the Iron Valley and rollout? It's almost the same thing when you think about it. So I'm going to be having my shields down here. And with that shields down change, I should be able to outspeed this Gallade and finish it off with a mighty rollout here. I had to run a rollout Minior. It's absolute trash, but I wanted to do it, right? It made me excited to use it. Next Pokemon's going to be, it's going to be Gohan. I know this thing's definitely going to have Revival Blessing, but will they, be able to get that off? I'm actually really, really interested now to go back and watch my original Minior team, which will be in the description. I want to see what sets I use on. I'm actually very excited to see what I did. I wonder how different they are to today's ones. So we're going to go into the blue one. I got taken up by a Nuzzle in the Children's Game of Pokemon, and then I got taken up by Wild Charge. Uh-oh. So that's going to take some heavy recoil damage. And now we've got Minior. I don't know about this. It's going to be dicey whether I live a Wild Charge or not. If I don't, that's going to faint anyway. So I know I've got this. However, the poor bot is going to go for Revival Blessing instead of attacking me. So it's going to revive Piccolo. So I'm going to go for the Earthquake here. That is going to be enough to take out the Pormon. So all that's left is Piccolo. I know that it's got Aqua Cutter. And that hit pretty hard. So now they're going to go for a Psycho Cut, and Psycho Cut critted me. I guess with sharpness, that was it, right? So that's the end of the third battle. That crit absolutely made it there for sure. Thank you, Chris, for the battle. Let's get on to battle number 4. This is the last battle of today's video. We're going to battle against Lychee, also in the Elite Four room. I think I like I want to say I like this room the best. Like, what's your favorite battle background? This one looks nice and clean. I know it's kind of simple, but it looks clean, right? There's no, like, weird lighting and stuff. So the first Pokemon is going to be Pickle Zap, and I was like, I wonder what that means. And then I was like, I know what that means. So that's the end of the Minior. There's nothing I could have done there. So we're going to go to the Violet Minior, and you wouldn't read about it, right? So I'm transforming. I'm turning into a little Minior. I've got my little shell on there. We're going to go for Light Scan. I'm like, okay, I'm good. Nothing's going to take me out. Nothing is going to take me out. And then my little Minior, it got guillotined. So that's 2 Pokemon down to Vikavolt. So things are not looking good. Things are very, very salty. So I'm going to go into Orange Minior. Something has to happen here. I've got to come up with something, right? So I've got my Orange Minior. I've got Rollout. I'm like, yes, I'm going to go for Rollout. Here we go. So that's going to be the end of the Pickle Zap. But I can tell you what, the pickles do not stop there. They just keep on coming. Now, the next Pokemon to come out is going to be Crispy Pickle. It's like, all right, Crispy Pickle. That sounds absolutely disgusting. Like, one time, well, more than one time, I had to eat a pickle in a microwave. Yeah, the pickle got microwaved. It was absolutely disgusting. That's going to drop Volcarona in one shot there. I wonder what sort of set there was. Maybe like a full-on physical one. Next Pokemon is going to be Yarn Mega, and it's going to be called Pickle Carry. I guess the pickle is getting carried by the wings or something like that. Anyway, it's going to have an Endure, so it's going to have an item which is going to be the Lychee Berry, which is going to increase his attack. And with that attack boost and living on 1 health, I think, is this Reversal or Flail or something? And Reversal is going to take out my Orange Miniors. That's half my team down. I have to take this thing out, like, really quick. So once again, I'm racking my brain. I'm thinking, there's only one Pokemon. I've got to go for the Terra Fairy on this Minior again. It's funny how many times I have to do this, right? I guess, I guess Fairy is just like quite a few things, and it was quite, you know, it's a good type overall. So I like how, this is probably my favorite one, how you've got the Loppart floating above the Minior. It's probably the best one. I think I've seen nearly all of them. So here comes the Reversal. I lived that, unfortunately, it didn't do a little bit over half, which I was hoping for. So Ancient Power is going to take it out. So I'm still in my more defensive form. So that's half the team gone. Now, the next one's going to be Pickle Slicer, and that is going to be Scyther. Now, Scyther is going to be the Terra Pokemon too. So I'm like, I wonder what this is. I wonder what Pickle Slicer is going to be. And it turns out Pickle Slicer is going to be a normal type. Wait a second. Hang on a second. Is that Scyther? I think that Scyther is see-through. Let me look. I think you can see through it. Why can you see through Scyther? It's not a ghost Pokemon. That's super weird. Maybe it's I don't know what's going on there. Anyway, I went for Ancient Power. I didn't get a scumbag boost. Here comes a Technician Swift, and it almost took me out. Like, if I didn't have, I swear, if I didn't have that light screen up, I don't think I would have lived that. Anyway, I managed to get a Scorching Sands burn there, just in case it was a physical set, which of course it wasn't. So that's the end of the light screen. Shield Sounds are going to activate. Now, Scyther is a very, very fast Pokemon, so I'm thinking I'm not going to be able to beat this, and then at Evacuate. So, like, I don't know if they were modest or timid or something like that. But anyway, that is going to be the end of the green Minior. So I've got 2 Miniors left. I've got to send the shiny one now. So I've got the shiny one. Now, with the shiny ones, when they change they change a little bit, like the speckles on them change. I think that's about the only difference in between them. So it's going to have Struggle Bud. That's going to drop my special attack, which sucks too. And their item is also going to be a Scope Lens. So they had the Focus Energy and the Scope Lens. So they could, 100% crit me. So I've got that Meteor Beam ready to go. I'm going to get my special attack boost back. Unfortunately, it got dropped by Struggle Bud. So Power Herb is going to activate. I'm hoping this will do some good damage and take it out. And it did. So, like, very, very good. Actually, it had a little bit less health than what I thought there. Of course it was going to take it out. Now, the next Pokemon to come out is going to be Queen Pickle, and it's a Vespa Queen. It's like, oh, okay, well, 1 Meteor Beam, and this should send it to the moon. I was like, you know what? I'm just going to go for Acrobatics. Good damage, but not enough because I'm still on my more tankier form. So Hurricane is going to do a little bit of damage. I think they didn't have a lot to hit me with. I mean, let's be real. What's Vespa going to do to a Minior, right? So they went for damage and maybe a confusion. So Shield Sound's going to activate. I'm in my little shiny form here. I got my little colors of the rainbow. We're going to go for the Acrobatics and take out the Vesquin. Now, there's only 1 Pokemon left, too. This is also like a mono bar bug team. So the last Pokemon's Father Pickle, and it's going to take out my Minior. I'm like, oh, come on. So that's the end of my Minior. I've got one left, and it's the Indigo one. So the Indigo one does have Rock Blast, and I know this thing's going to outspeed me too. So it's going to go for Leaf Blade. That does a lot of damage. It actually goes over half health. So now I can go for Rock Blast, and I do have the loaded dice. So with 4 loaded dice Rock Blast, that is going to be the end of the little Mantis, and that is also going to be the end of the battle. That was a really cool bug team there, and I really hope you enjoyed today's Christmas Minior course team. It was so much fun doing it after 7 years. All right, people, peace out.